be doing a live stream for the signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. These will be the November 2022 monthly tarot overview forecast readings. So we will be doing a read for each one of those signs in order, and these are the earth signs. Last night we did our water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So if you are a water sign or water sign influenced, you can go watch those. They are already up. And the timestamps will be in the comment section after the live stream concludes. If you are watching this after the live stream, don't be surprised if you see me saying hello or answering questions occasionally in the live stream, because we will have people popping in from time to time during the live. So hope you guys are doing great. Very excited to be here and get these done for y'all. Always love my earth signs. I think there's a lot to look forward to, especially since we are in the time of Scorpio, and that does directly impact, mostly positive, mostly for the positive towards our earth signs. So I'm going to start out, guys, tonight with some of our tuning forks. I have the earth, the sun, and the 528 hertz. We're going to sound those off and just breathe in and clear the space and get ready for the messages that Spirit has for us tonight. Oh, so good. So good. All right, guys. So also a few quick notes as we go through these. I usually say that these readings will mostly align with people that either have the sun, moon, Venus, or rising in those signs. However, if you know your astrology chart really well, you know what signs are most strongly represented in that, and you can watch any of the readings that coordinate with those. Keep in mind, of course, these are general messages, so they're not going to resonate with everybody out there. I always say take what makes the most sense and leave the rest behind. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit, but if it resonates with you, then you know it's your reading for sure. All right, so, and also I guess a guideline would be in general, the sun is your conscious mind. It's, the conscious ego drives. The moon is almost more important in some ways than the sun, because it is your subconscious. It's the, things that you really want deep in your soul, to feel comfortable, to feel nurtured. Venus is very much your social planet. It's the way you interact with other people. It's the way that you have and form relationships. It also deals with the way you spend money a lot of the time. Venus has a lot to do with that. And also the rising sign is the sign that's coming up on the eastern horizon when you were born. So the rising has a lot to do with the way that you present yourself out in the world. It's kind of the channel through which the rest of the chart shows up. So if you're kind of confused, like what's the difference between the sun, moon, Venus, and rising, those are the differences. The rising sign is not a planetary point, but it's a very important point. And I remember my astrology teacher once saying years ago that it's just as important as a planet. So that's why finding your time of birth in astrology is important as well. So that's just a basic, quick guideline for what those planets and positions mean. So let's go ahead and jump right in, guys. We're going to jump in and do Taurus's reading. Taurus, I hope you guys are doing great. This is Scorpio season. Venus, your ruling planet, is currently also stationed in Scorpio. So I would say, being that it is your equal opposite sign, you will feel some of that push and pull energy at this time of the year. You might be doing a lot of balancing acts. You might really have to be kind of, working with two different kind of people, two different kind of opinions, trying to, compromise and get the best solutions out of a situation for everybody involved. That's very much often what you will find during Scorpio season, and especially when your ruling planet is positioned in that sign. So let's go ahead and see what we have tonight for you for this month of November coming up. Dear Spirit, angels, guardians, guides, let's see what we have for our beautiful Taurus folks. Anything they need to know unfolding over the month of November 2022. We're going to start out with one main goal, one main energy. What is your main fixation this month, Taurus? What is the main theme of November for you? Oh, I like that. Going forward. And you know what's so cool about this card? There's something so similar about the artwork in the Taurus card. There's that very green with the sunlight. Look at that. The sunlight rays coming through. There's almost a feeling that I get, Taurus, that November could be a month where the light is breaking through the clouds, breaking through, and finally something is illuminated. Finally, there's kind of a break or a, respite from the difficult times. It's almost like maybe you've been walking through a dark time or challenging times, a struggle, and I feel like that light, is breaking through and moving you forward. Maybe you have felt really stuck or stagnant, right? And you've just been like, when are things going to move? When are things going to go forward for me? And so this is finally saying, November is a month where things do start to move forward, where you start to make some progress and you don't feel so stuck and stagnant anymore. So let's see what we have in the tarot for you. I will be using 2 different card decks. I always clarify the cards to get deeper messages out of each one. See Taurus, please, in the tarot spirit. Wow, yes, definitely some forward movement for Taurus. My goodness. I think that you're really ready. You're ready. You're ready to let something go. Main energy right in the center of the Celtic cross for you this month is the Tower. The Tower is ruled by Mars. Mars, of course, is a planet of action, direction. It rules the sign of Aries. It's very aggressive. It's always like, all right, let's get things moving. It's a card of action. And so I feel like you're really ready for this. And whatever these Tower moments are, I think for the most part, Taurus, you're going to embrace them because you're ready. You're ready to move forward. You're ready for something new. The Tower moments usually come when there's something that can no longer, stand the test of time in your life. It's not good for you. It's not solid. It's not stable. There's no deep roots to it. And Spirit knows it, so many times it will act to take that out of your life. So that's why sometimes, people will read the Tower as being very upsetting, something that really throws us into kind of a tailspin because it's just sort of like, oh, wow, I didn't see that coming. But usually you do know that it's coming because usually you know. If you don't know, then you have to be, aware that Spirit would not take something out of your life that was meant to be there. If it was meant to be there, it would stay in place. But if something is dismantling in your life very quickly or suddenly, that is the Tower. That is the Tower there, Taurus. Also keep in mind, Mars is going retrograde on the very last day of October, so November, the whole month, and December, and the first half of January, we will have a Mars retrograde. So, this could be a time where you're actually able to take more action on something from the past. That's usually the way retrogrades work. Let's get a clarifier on the Tower and see a little deeper into this card for you. Nine of Pentacles. So my feeling about this, Taurus, you might have had a job, you might have had some vocation that you were really holding on to. And for some of you, that might be going away because in the long run, it wouldn't have worked out well for you. So even if it's something you thought you really wanted, it's better that it goes away because it might have turned into something that was really a big headache later on. The other thing that I would say is if there have been blockages towards your abundance, success, prosperity, forward movement in career or work, that could be getting removed here too, because the Nine of Pentacles is all about, really growing that garden, enjoying the fruits of your labor, feeling good about the works that you've done, the efforts that you've made. It is Virgo energy, so it really is as well about your happiness. Planting good routines, planting good habits for yourself. In the immediate past, we have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups to me is sitting there in contemplation, kind of tired, That's really what it's about. That's really what it's about. So I feel like you're coming out of some sort of contemplation, some kind of unhappiness, anything that has been putting you in a stalled out place. Because the Four of Cups kind of says, I've been waiting, I've been waiting, I've been waiting for something to happen, and I'm tired of waiting. I'm ready to get up and start living my life again because either this person isn't calling me, someone's not talking to me, and that's the way that that energy plays out. So I do feel like you've been very patient, maybe patiently impatient here, Taurus. You've been waiting for some things. Let's get a clarifier on the Four of Cups here. Three of Cups. Oh my goodness. And this might have to do with friends or people that you have considered friends in the past. Maybe you keep trying to make plans with them and they keep putting you off, and you're just tired of sitting at home, not going out, not doing things because you don't have people around you. So I feel like, the Nine of Pentacles is someone that very much lives for themselves, is very happy within themselves. So I feel like that part of you moving forward may be saying, you know what, I'm not going to put my life on hold. If I want to go out and celebrate or do something fun, I'm going to go do it anyway. That could be one of the lighter interpretations of that. Going into the immediate future, we have the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands, there's a little bit of a struggle here, right? There's a little bit of tension. There's a little bit of conflict. But this is a fake fight. It's not a real fight. So I would say you might feel a little tension. Like I said, there's going to be some push and pull going on with that Scorpio energy this month. But overall, this is getting you ready for something. You're practicing, you're working something out, right? It's a practice fight. They're fighting with sticks, not with actual swords. So, I think that whatever's going on as this month unfolds is really kind of preparing you to deal with the stresses and conflicts. It's getting you ready to be more assertive, maybe a little more aggressive, Taurus, because I feel the Mars influence is pretty strong with you this month. Let's get into a clarifier here for you. Wheel of Fortune. Yes, again, the theme of going forward coming very strongly to the forefront. You're getting ready to make some big moves, some big changes. For some of you, you might even be traveling or moving, but this always, that Wheel of Fortune is coming out of stagnant energy, things opening up, things feeling a lot bigger. It's interesting because with a lot of the signs with a Mars retrograde, I would say there's not going to be a lot of big motion. Don't try to make a lot of big plans. But Taurus, I kind of feel that you're the exception to this right now. It's kind of like that Mars retrograde is giving you a little bit of time to, pull back and kind of go, okay, maybe that wasn't exactly where I wanted to go. I'm going to replan, I'm going to rework this, and then I'm going to be so ready to move, so ready to go. So it's actually a nice feeling. I feel like you'll work very dynamically through this Mars retrograde in spite of it. On the bottom, subconscious focus for you this month, Taurus, is the King of Cups. And, this ties back into that feeling of like fair weather friends or people that, you have kind of realized that you can't really count on very well. This to me says, I want trustworthy, solid people that I can count on in a pinch, people that I know are going to be there, that are emotionally available, emotionally mature, and wise. That is the King of Cups. You might have a special water sign, come forward in your life, or people that have that water energy that are very emotional, intuitive, very thoughtful. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's get a clarifier on this King of Cups. Page of Pentacles. So new offers. You also might have some fellow earth signs coming up to join you at some point here, Taurus. But to me, that says an investment, something new, something that requires your time and energy. And, if you meet some new people or you connect with new people this month, you'll say, yeah, let me invest in that a little bit. Let me see what they're doing. And before you know it, that could be a very, very wonderful friendship or relationship indeed. Hey there, Ocean. Good to see you, hun. Hey, Anna. Aw, good to see you guys. This is the Taurus reading, so next will be Virgo and then Capricorn. We're doing all our earth signs tonight. On the top, crowning the spread, message from Spirit is the Four of Pentacles. So, I do feel Taurus, Spirit's kind of saying there needs to be a balance between give and take, because many times, you know, Four of Pentacles is a little bit scared to open up its heart or open up its wallet because it doesn't want to get taken advantage of emotionally or financially. So Taurus, if you're feeling kind of cautious, like if you're feeling kind of like, oh gosh, you know, maybe I've given too much too quickly in the past, and now there's these new people coming in, I'm not quite sure if I want to trust them. Take your time, but don't be completely guarded, because, you know, that guarding can be a little bit too much sometimes, right? Let's get into a clarifier on the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, Three of Swords, there it is. Because somebody really broke your heart in the past, somebody let you down, somebody hasn't been right to you or wasn't right to you. And so, yeah, you're being very cautious. You're feeling kind of guarded here. Somebody might have taken advantage either emotionally, financially, or both. So you're just kind of like, you know, you're playing a little close to the chest. But I do think that the wheel is turning in your favor, Taurus. I do think you have learned a lot from that situation. And I think that a lot of these people, these old heartbreakers, time wasters, they're the ones that are going out of the way. And you may feel a little lonely at present. You may feel like you're really doing your own thing on your own. Especially for my single Taurus, you might feel very much that way. But I don't think it's going to stay that way forever. I think your subconscious focus is about finding, you know, quality people, making connections that are very honest, very truthful, and have a lot of integrity to them, which I think some of these people from the past did not. Just remember that not everybody is going to create a Three of Swords kind of situation for you. Not everybody is going to break your heart. You know, I can totally understand being guarded, careful, cautious after a real emotional setback, but don't let it ruin, you know, something good that could be coming in here. So let's get some advice for you, dear Taurus. Let's see how to navigate this month to the best possible outcome. I hear a siren in the distance. I feel like, you know, it's like you're going to have to attend to maybe some things that feel like emergencies, attend to your health, right? That's important. That's an important message coming in. On the suggested approach, Taurus, I want you to really focus on changing the dynamic, because the Five of Pentacles can really point to either a feeling of lack, a fear of scarcity, a fear of being out in the cold or being very alone. And so I want you to focus on changing that narrative in your mind to create a feeling of prosperity and abundance instead of a feeling of want or lack. Out in the cold, but inside the lights are on and it's warm in there. So maybe one door was locked and maybe nobody was answering the door. Go around to the other side, try that one instead, right? Try a different approach. You know, like I say, you know, if the kind of people you've been hanging around keep letting you down, breaking your heart, it's maybe time to try a different kind of way of meeting people, or a different scene entirely, right? It's like maybe if you only always met people like at a bar, instead try going to, like, I don't know, the movies or the theater or a study group that, you know, is really focused on things that you like, to try to find, you know, people that are more on your energetic vibration. Let's clarify this Five of Pentacles. Five of Wands, there it is again. So I really do feel, Taurus, there is definitely some pressure. There's a little sense of a little bit of a tussle energy here. It's definitely a little feisty, but I do feel that this is also saying, Taurus, if you've been staying in too much, it might be time for you to get out of your comfort zone or your usual routine. Because like I said, again, you know, Five of Wands is a practice fight, right? It's a practice. It's not like a fight. And so it's really about practicing something that you maybe haven't done before, haven't done in a while. So this could be really encouraging you to step outside your comfort zone. Going into what you need to know, we have the High Priestess, so I do feel that you're very sensitive at this time. And you do need to honor that. Like I said, it's a balance between being careful and guarded and, you know, protecting your heart, protecting your intuition, but also listening to that intuition if somebody good or something good comes your way. Let's clarify that one. You might also be really quiet this month, you know, really kind of keeping yourself to yourself and not really telling most people what you're thinking necessarily, because that's, High Priestess is a little secretive, and Scorpio energy is definitely secretive, and your ruling planet is there this month for most of this month. 10 of Cups, clarifying the High Priestess, you may be really, you know, kind of mulling over a lot of feelings, a lot of thoughts about what your ultimate goals of happiness look like, what that would feel like to you, or just being focused on making yourself happy from the inside out, which is very positive. Hopes and fears is the 8 of Wands, so I do feel there's definitely that like simultaneous fear of lack of movement and hoping that there will be movement. I think that it's time to kind of get ready for when things start speeding up, because I do think that things are going to start moving as this month and even the winter kind of unfolds for you, Taurus. There's going to be a lot of movement forward. Interestingly enough, you're coming up with a lot of that kind of energy of coming out of stagnation, so get ready for it. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. So this, you know, it's interesting, like you had a lot of those disappointments in friendship and in the past. With this combination, I almost feel like part of what's coming in for you are good new people, good new connections. Again, you know, here she is taking an art class, right? We've got the model, we've got the teacher, we've got the student. They're all working together to create something. So like I said, you know, Taurus, that could be just a little more confirmation. Take a class, go do something that's fun for you. The kind of people that you will meet there could become really good friends over time. Outcome card is the Queen of Swords. Libra Queen, she is one tough little cookie, and she doesn't put up with any of those 3 of Swords type of people that I feel like you have dealt with here in the immediate past. So Taurus, this could be a very cleaning house kind of month for you. If somebody is coming in and bringing trouble, chaos, challenges, constant arguments, destabilizing you every time they see you, that's who's going away, because the Queen of Swords has no problem cutting people out of her life if they are just causing trouble. Bringing things back into balance. Yeah, there they are. This is actually one of my favorite combos in a clarified tarot reading, is the 7 of Swords, because there it is. You know, she's really, it's like she's like, be gone. You know, it's like, because 7 of Swords folks are usually people that are time wasters, energy thieves. They don't have enough energy of their own, so they feel the need to steal that energy from others. You know, just really negative, dishonest associations. And so it's like she's ready to cut all those kind of ties out of her life very strongly. Relationship energy and the Strength card. We've got the Lovers and Strength coming out here. So I really do feel that you're gathering your courage. The undercurrent of this whole reading is to gather the courage to make good choices about who you connect with. Lovers energy is Gemini, right? This is communication. This is who we decide and who we choose to spend our time with. So, you know, you're really gathering courage. There was a lot of that actually last night in our water sign readings. A lot of that kind of, you know, gather your courage, gather your strength kind of message. So let's get an affirmation on this for you, Taurus. Because I do get the sense, like for some of you, it's going to be really hard to put those boundaries down and cut those negative people out of your life, but it's going to be so worth it if you do. Yes, there it is, Taurus, the temptation card, right? And you might be tempted to go back into some of these toxic relationships or connections, but don't do it. The desire for excessive gain or accumulation leads to misfortune. The greatest contentment is knowing when you have enough, and all temptation is banished. Escape from the trap that imprisons you. Refuse to be a victim. Be free. So this is also saying, you know, if you know, you feel tempted to go to excess, whether maybe it's eating too much, drinking too much, spending too much, whatever that is, try to avoid that, Taurus, and look for your contentment within as well. And don't give in to toxic connections or negative people at this time, or really at any time if you can help it. All right, Taurus, good read. And many times we do face, you know, Scorpio season is certainly, if we're going to face that kind of darker, more hidden side of ourselves, this is when it happens. Like, these are when it comes up, because Scorpio is, you know, that deeper underside of life. It really gets into the hidden psyche and the secrets of the soul. All right. We're just going to clear the deck real quick. We're going to jump on into our Virgo reading. Let's clear everything out. Hope everyone's doing well out there. It's a slow night. Friday is always slow because I think people are out doing stuff. But Virgo, let's see what we have got for you. This is going to be your November 2022 overall monthly forecast. We're going to see what's coming in for you guys. So hope you all have been doing well. Let's get into it, Virgo. Dear angels, guardians, guides, and friends, please let's see what we have for our beautiful Virgos. Anything they need to know or see for their highest and best good for the month of November 2022. Oh, Virgo, solitude. And I have some Virgo friends that I think are definitely already feeling this. This could be a real month of just hanging out on your own, not really seeking the company or solace of a whole lot of other people. This is really about you, just getting back in touch with yourself. And it's actually such a beautiful card because it doesn't feel like loneliness. It feels very peaceful, right? You're connecting with that water element there in this card, you know? So I really feel like you're kind of doing some deep spiritual or emotional reflection. That big full moon is coming up. And our next, let's see, our next full moon, yes, is in the sign of Taurus. So it's earthy, very earthy, and it's very positive for you. Scorpio season is good for Virgos. That is a very positive pattern that creates for your sign. So I would say that this is a time of meaningful solitude, meditation, being at peace inside yourself, and enjoying it, you know, not worrying too much. Even if you're kind of on your own, it's really okay right now, Virgo. Hey there, Corianne. Good to see you in the chat. All right, let's see what we have, please, Spirit, for a Virgo in the tarot, November 2022. Let's get a nice, clear, accurate picture for them. Yes. Oh my goodness. Wow, I love it. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Your theme card was the Solitude card, and right in the center of the Celtic cross is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is definitely leaving something behind, continuing your journey, maybe seeking some stillness or some quiet, some rest, some reflection. Maybe something in your life just, you know, wasn't quite satisfactory and you decided to, you know, continue the journey to move on towards the ninth cup of wish fulfillment. That's very much what this is about. So something is being left behind. Something is being released in this month for you, Virgo. Let's get a clarifier. What is going on with this Eight of Cups, please? Six of Wands. So you are moving towards some sort of success, victory, recognized achievement with the Six of Wands. So this really does feel like leaving behind something that was not successful, not a good outcome, or not satisfactory to you, and going towards something that feels way, way better, where there is that success, that victory, those hopes being fulfilled and restored. That's a really great feeling. I literally, for some of you, get this feeling like I'm leaving behind like this crappy old job that I really couldn't stand anymore, and I'm getting something so much better coming in, and I can't wait to start. That's the feeling for some of you. In the immediate past, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So you've been growing something slowly but steadily, Virgo, putting those, resumes out, putting your information out there, trying to, work everything that you need to, making those investments, whatever those are. And you've been very patient. You really have here. Let's get a clarifier on this past card here. Yeah, oh, and you've been waiting. Oh my goodness, Virgo, you've been in limbo. You've been like, when are things ever going to work out? When are they going to start moving? I've been hanging here for a minute. Oh, you've been patient. And I get a feeling this is more than just like the past month. For some of you, this could even be months and sometimes even like years. Like you've been waiting, waiting, waiting. And things are now like this month starting to move and starting to go. But it's because you're moving them forward, Virgo, right? And that Eight of Cups, it's like nobody's taking them there. They're taking themselves out of a situation to go somewhere better. Future, immediate future. I love to see this come out, the Nine of Pentacles, not only because it is such a card of flourishing, abundance. It's really like, I grew this, I'm feeling good about it. It's like that next step, the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight, and then the Nine. You've got 7, 8, 9. So it's really coming out in order. It's like, I've been waiting, I've been patient, I've been making the effort, I've moved it forward, and now here I am in my garden. Things are starting to grow and flourish, and the future is looking so much brighter. It's also a Virgo card. The Nine of Pentacles is ruled by the sign of Virgo. And, I always notice this right in the corner, the little snail, right? It's like, that's again what makes me feel like you've been waiting a long time. It's like it was moving at a snail's pace for a minute, and it's like, oh, finally. Things are starting to flourish and blossom. Let's see what we have clarifying that Nine of Pentacles for you. Virgo, it's because you made this move. Oh my goodness, the Eight of Cups here a second time. So yes, as that moon waxes and wanes, as it releases things and the tides move, you move right along with it. You have been very prudent on that. And I think, you're not going to stay satisfied with anything. Like if you feel like you can do more, you will. And if you get to one plateau and it's like, all right, I made it to that one, you're going to go to the next one. You're very, very focused on that forward, uphill, steady progress all through this. Like you have been for a while, but I feel like November, things are starting to really move, and you're really starting to move. On the bottom, look at it, subconscious influence, subconscious focus. You're all about the movement. Knight of Wands. You might be feeling really restless inside, Virgo. This is Sagittarius energy, so you might be really like, I gotta go, I want to take trips, I want to go places. You may even really want like a job that allows you to travel for work. It's, there's just that need to move around suddenly for you, for some of you. An Ace of Swords. Wow, what's making you feel restless? Like you really want these victories. Ace of Swords is all about that victory and success as well. It's also about clarity, true, clear vision, seeing what's really in front of you. So you're really ready for clarity. No more murky cloudiness like that Hanged Man card brings in. Right, you're done with confusion. You're done with having to take 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. You're done with that feeling. You're like going for straight steam ahead, full steam ahead. I see the clear direction now. It's cut through the clouds, it's cut through the confusion, and I'm ready to go. This is very positive. And, you know, here on the top, again, right? You know, Spirit is telling you, yes, Virgo, I know things have been really confusing for a while. You've had to make a lot of decisions, and you might still have to make some. Because the Seven of Cups, to me, is definitely one of those decision-making cards. It's like, you got to pick one. You know, the cups are presenting themselves. Some of them have, you know, precious stones and jewels. Some of them have snakes or, you know, things or ghosts or things that you may not, you know, want to get into. So try to go for the cups of victory and choose those, because there is some decision making that has to happen. And that's part of what's going to continue to move you forward. Because Virgo, you're really ready. I think, like, you know, with that Solitude card, you're really making some decisions for yourself, within yourself. Like, no one else is going to influence you. You're like, I know what I want, and I'm going to focus upon it. So let's clarify, if we can, this cloudy Seven of Cups here. Seven of Cups on top of Seven of Cups, guys. It's just, you're really going to have to make some decisions this month. That's a strong, strong message. That doesn't happen often. The next card out would have been the High Priestess. So definitely listen to your heart, listen to your soul, your soul's intuition. High Priestess, to me, is definitely a card of solitude. She really keeps herself to herself. She listens to her intuitions. This full moon could be a really big one for you. I get that sense, that Taurus full moon, and that's going to be November 8th. It comes along with a lunar eclipse. So there's some big things that you're making some decisions on. And you're going to be removing some things from your life with that. The lunar eclipse, we always find ourselves releasing some things. And you may be releasing certain things that even at one point you might have held very valuable. You might have really, like, been very attached to them, but now you're just totally ready to let it go. But wow. Yeah, Seven of Cups doubling up there. Eight of Cups doubling up. Big decisions, because, you know, after the 7 is the 8, right? After you make that big decision, you move forward again, right? So, Virgo, powerful reading. Let's get into some advice on how to navigate all this for you guys. Let's see what we have. And there she is again. I actually feel like some of the best advice. Wow, this is a very focused reading. Okay. High Priestess is your suggested approach, so she is coming up twice in your reading as well. So the suggested approach, Virgo, it really is to seek solitude. Nobody else can tell you what to do, and I feel like the more you look for external advice or approval or information, the more confused you get. So I would say this is a time, you know, not always, but this month, you've really got to listen to yourself, right? Don't let somebody talk you out of or into something that deep, deep inside you just know isn't what you really want. Yeah, because it could lead to heartbreak. That's what it feels like with the Three of Swords. Yeah, you got to listen to yourself, because it could lead to something that's really disappointing or heartbreaking if you don't. And also, this could be as well if you have, you know, this is general, so it can apply to, you know, different things for different people. But if you have experienced heartbreaks or letdowns, like, this is also saying you are doing some very deep healing work, and you need your space. You really need your space right now. What you need to know is the Four of Wands. So I do feel like better things are coming. You know, I really do. This is as well in this card. So this can be the synchronization of wishes being fulfilled, happy homecomings, feeling better about the future, better friends, better love interest, right? It's just all of that coming in. So you do need to know that there's a lot of positivity ready to knock at your door. But you're in a place right now of healing, contemplation, decision-making, moving forward to the next level. You're really having a lot of your work and your efforts paying off. Or you're about to. Wow, this is so focused. The Nine of Pentacles again. You're doubling up. This is actually, I haven't seen a reading double up this many cards in forever. This is a pretty amazing reading here, actually. Nine of Pentacles on top of that. So I feel like not only is this like happiness in the home or happiness with other people, but it's because you're happy with yourself. You're pleased with what you've been doing with your life. And this was also the card that's in your future position, that Nine of Pentacles. So very, very strong. You're stepping into a lot of your own power, and a place where you feel like you can have the ability to act dynamically again. Right? You know, what you do actually get something done and achieved. Hopes and fears is the Three of Pentacles. So what I feel with this one is you're really hoping that you get good people to work with, and you are a little afraid of it at the same time. You might have had some disappointments or some really bad situations in past, especially work experiences. So there is a little nervousness around it, but you know, keep your chin up, Virgo, because that's a very positive card of working well with other people, finding the right people that are going to be the best fit for you. And the Three of Wands. Oh, you're tired of waiting for it. That's what I kind of feel here. Like, you know, you're fearing that you're going to have to wait a really long time, because Three of Wands is like, I've been waiting for those ships to come in. I've made my investments. I've done my work. When are they going to come, right? So try not to get too much into that energy. The outcome card is beautiful. We've got the Justice coming out here, and this is Libra energy. So lots of balance, harmony being restored, karma being done, old wrongs being righted. All of that comes in. And the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, definitely moving out of that stagnation. World opening up and getting bigger for you. The wheel of moving forward in your favor here, Virgo. On the bottom, what a surprise. We had the 7 and the 9 of Pentacles in your read, but where was that 8? There he is. We have him, of course. 7, 8, 9 of Pentacles, all in your reading here. You're definitely on a goal process of manifestation, no matter where you are in that process at this time for yourself, Virgo. That's definitely what you've been on. And you are being very cautious. You're being very guarded about it. You're very hesitant to let anybody in on what you've been working on. I think that's why there's that hopes and fears about Three of Pentacles. For some of you, you're probably saying, you know, I've been working really well by myself for a while. Do I really want to bring in anyone else? Let's get an affirmation on this for you, Virgo. There it is, the change of direction, you know. And I think what's really changing in your direction, Virgo, is that things are moving forward for the first time in a long time. Change is necessary and inevitable at this point, and it is in your favor. Your intuition has been alerting you that a change in your approach and outlook should occur. Now is the time to act and make your move. That's it. Beautiful. Fabulous read. It's very clear. Yeah, make your decisions. Don't get hung up on that. Go ahead and make your move. Eight of Cups twice. 9 of Pentacles twice, High Priestess twice. That's definitely you, you know, seeking your own counsel, listening to your intuition. It's amazing reading for you guys. Yeah, you're ready to go, go, go. All right. Just one more here, guys. I don't know how many of my Capricorns are in the house, but I always get excited about our Capricorn reading. Yes, I do. All right. Capricorn. Hope you're doing great. This is going to be your reading for November 2022. Your basic themes and monthly energies coming in. This is Scorpio season, guys. Capricorn, you function very dynamically and positively during Scorpio season. It is a deep, deep sign. And Capricorns, you're a deep sign as well. Very serious. Very serious. It has a lot of intensity, a lot of passion to it. Can be very, very dynamic and cathartic for Capricorns out there. So let's see what we have got going on for you. Dear angels, guardians, guides. Let's see what we have for our beautiful Capricorns for the month of November 2022. Anything they need to hear or be made aware of for their best good. And we're going to start with one main theme of your month, Capricorn. What your primary energy focus is. Capricorn, I love to see it. Relaxation, yes, Capricorn. You work too hard. Most Capricorns do work too hard. They've always got something going. A lot of irons in the fire usually. So I've been feeling this for a while, that Capricorns, I've been feeling it in my personal readings and in the Capricorn readings I've done for general reads, is that, it's really time to take a break. And it doesn't mean that you have to stop everything you're doing. I know you won't anyway. But it is definitely time to make more time to take care of yourself, do the things that you love. Maybe you've got a book, like in this picture, that you haven't read and you've really been wanting to do that. I love this big full moon coming up. I feel like both you and Virgo have some really beautiful energy around this full moon coming up, because it's going to be November 8th in the sign of Taurus with a lunar eclipse. And to me, that's going to be very clearing. It's going to really be grounding and centering for your sign, because it's a fellow earth sign. But definitely, Capricorn, take time to relax. Ooh, and on the bottom, be patient, which you are. You're a patient sign. But be patient, especially with yourself. That's the only thing maybe Capricorn isn't as patient on, is that they push themselves hard and they feel like they should, be succeeding all the time. So give yourself a break, Capricorn. Relax, rest, especially around that full moon. Have some fun, with your friends, or just enjoy some peaceful time by yourself. Get some extra naps, get some extra rest. It'd be really, really good for you. Let's get into your tarot reading here, my little goaties. Spirit, let's see what we've got for Capricorn in the tarot. Let's get a nice, clear, accurate picture of what their month is looking like. Oh, I feel that one. Yes. Capricorn. So Capricorn, Judgment right at the center. There is some big rebirthing energy. This is one of the Scorpio cards in the tarot. The Judgment card to me is the higher vibration of the Death card, because this is like the second chance at life. You might feel like something or some relationship or some kind of job or some opportunity was just dead done in the water, but it's not. There is a second chance, a revival of sorts coming your way. And you may feel like, wow, I can't believe that, all of this is coming back to light. I've got a second chance at this. I thought it was never going to happen for me or to me again. And here it is. So that's a very exciting card, especially during Scorpio season. Let's get into a clarifier for that, get a little deeper into what that could be about for you, Capricorn. Ooh, Capricorn, you are coming in hot. Oh my goodness. Judgment card, clarifying the Judgment card. So, wow, okay. This might be not only like a second chance at something, it's like a second chance of a lifetime. Like there is something really amazing transforming and coming your way for this month of November, and you're for it. You're like all in it. Ooh, Capricorn, the next card out. I pulled a next one because it was both the same. It was the Lovers. So it may be like a huge new chance at love. Could be an old love interest coming in and really rekindling something big with you. Could be like a brand new love that you just are like, wow, I never thought I could feel this strong about someone again. Lover's card is also Gemini energy, so it might be communication with somebody that you were just really hoping for but had never quite worked out, and then it does, and you're like, oh, can't believe I heard from this person. I can't believe they made me this offer. Something cool, something pretty exciting, powerful, transformative. In the immediate past here, Capricorn, the Six of Swords. So Capricorn, you've been all about letting go of that drama. You have been sailing away from all that trouble, all those difficulties. You may feel like you came out of there with nothing but the clothes on your back. You may feel like you didn't have a darn thing, but you got out of there with your peace of mind, and that was good enough for you. And now you're heading to the calmer, smoother waters ahead. That's your immediate past. So I do feel like you've overcome a lot of drama, a lot of stress, a lot of BS that people have been trying to put you through or involve you in. Wow. Nice to see that always. Yeah, there it is. There it is. The Five of Wands. You left behind situations that were just, tense, annoying, people that just pick on you. And it's for no good purpose. You're just testing my patience. You're just trying to see how far you can push me. But you're not going to get me to that point. I'm going to head on out. I'm going to go on out. I'm back. I'm just done. Into the immediate future, Capricorn, we have the Hanged Man. To me, this is a card of sacrifice. So I think, as these new big opportunities or transformations are coming into your life this month, it's going to require you to let some things go, right? This is a Pisces card. It's ruled by Neptune. And to me, this is like, I always see it like you're being turned upside down. So all the stuff is shaking out of those pockets that you've been hanging on to, and you needed to let it go anyway. You could be cleaning your house. You could be getting rid of just something, whether it's a job, a relationship, a circumstance, whatever it is that's been keeping you in limbo, because that is what's going to be dealt with next up. I think that what you've gone through has been very uncomfortable. What you've been experiencing for quite a while has been very tense, very difficult. It is not easy being hung upside down, waiting to be cut free. It is not easy. That's why this, golden light around his head, this is Odin hanging from the world tree to reach that stage of enlightenment, right? It's the trial by fire. So you will get to that enlightenment. You will feel a whole heck of a lot better once you get through that trial. But it doesn't mean it's been easy. Not at all. Let's get a clarifier for this Hanged Man for you. Six of Pentacles, yes. And it's been very much about reciprocity. Like you might have been, hanging in there literally with somebody that just wasn't giving and taking equally in either a relationship or a work situation. And right now, I feel like what you're doing moving forward is really insisting that, no, if I'm going to stick around in something, I'm going to make sure that the energy is good, that there's equal give and take. There's not one person doing more than the other or wanting it more than the other. And I think that's what's going to free you from that position of, limbo, of being hung up in that tree. Subconscious focus, Capricorn. Yeah, what a surprise. You like to work. You like to make money. You like to flourish. But I think the flourishing is what this card is more about than, doing all that effort. Like I said, your key theme is relaxation this month. So Capricorn, I do feel it's better for you to take it as easy as possible during November. Don't stress yourself out. Don't work yourself too hard. Instead, just focus on the good that you've accomplished more than anything, because that's, to me, what the Nine of Pentacles is about. She's sitting in that garden, the grapes, the fruit is on the vine, she's worked hard for it, right? And she's just enjoying it. Capricorn, I feel like so much of the time we are a sign that works very hard for what we get, but then we don't allow ourselves even a little bit of time to just enjoy what we worked for till we're like, well, that's good. Next, what do I got to work on next? We move on too quickly to the next project. We don't allow ourselves many times to just enjoy what we've worked for. So enjoy what you've worked for, Capricorn. You deserve it. Let's get a clarifier on the Nine of Pentacles. High Priestess, yeah. I would say that even though there could be some really exciting social developments in your life with that Judgment and Lovers in the center of your reading. I would also say that this is a month, yes, that you just need time to yourself to recharge, replenish, regroup. The High Priestess is such a little solitary lady. She's very magic. She's very intuitive. She doesn't tell everybody what her big plans are always until she's really ready to enact them. So don't feel bad at all about, seeking your own company, hanging out on your own. Capricorns are usually pretty chill with that. We really do like hanging out on our own. We don't mind it. So Capricorn, I feel like your alone time is very, very positive in this month of November. You're really going to get a lot out of it. Just rest, reflection, enjoyment. Hey, Tasha. Sorry, I want to say hi to some of my folks in my chat because I see you. Francisco, Daisy, Ocean is still here. Good to see you guys. Corey Ann, she came in earlier. It's so good to see you. Been missing you, Francisco. It's been a minute, but I haven't been on here that much. I'm finally kind of getting back into the groove. But I love, again, I'm such a Capricorn, and I work. I love to work, and I have my eBay store, and I've been working on that, and it's been good. And also just taking care of my bunnies. The Petey is still alive in February. If he makes it to February, he'll be 16 years old. From day to day, I don't know, because he's very old. He is like a 108-year-old man, like equivalent in bunny years. So he's ancient, and we'll see how he does. But back to the Capricorn. Sorry about that. Just giving the bunny update. On the top, crowning the spread, message from Spirit Capricorn, is the Page of Cups. Page of Cups to me is emotional, sensitive communication. There might be people making apologies to you, and it wouldn't surprise me at all with that Lovers and that Judgment. Wouldn't shock me at all, Capricorn, if somebody from your past comes back like, Capricorn, I really did mess up. I really didn't do right with you. I really did hurt you. I'm so sorry. Wouldn't surprise me at all if you have, those moments of forgiveness. You might be doing the same. You might be also saying, hey, I really maybe wasn't the nicest. Sometimes us Capricorns can be a little rough, we can be a little harsh, like, get out. And we're just like, done. And we might kind of step it back and go, you know what, maybe they didn't really deserve it. Let's go say we're sorry. That could be a thing too. But Page of Cups tends to be emotional or romantic communications, text messages, or phone calls, whatever form of communication it is, right? That could be new people too. Doesn't have to be old people from the past wanting to want to apologize. Doesn't have to be that. The Page of Cups is not necessarily a past card. For some of you, this could also be a younger person, potentially water sign, or someone who's very intuitive or spiritual coming into your life. Let's get a clarifier on the Page of Cups for Capricorn, please. I also get this feeling for some of you. Yeah, does not surprise me if it's somebody from the past with that Eight of Cups. But even if somebody from the past comes in, you may kind of go, no, I'm good. Because Eight of Cups is like, I left that behind. I am good. But I would also say that this is forgiving yourself, Capricorn, because Capricorns can be very hard on themselves as well. So be kind to yourself. That inner dialogue, right? Page of Cups, the inner dialogue that you have with yourself. Forgive yourself. Move on. Move on. Move on from the things that you need to move on from. So let's get into some advice. Because, yeah, Capricorn, the Scorpio season is all about big transformations. And this one's bigger than usual because we've got our eclipses at play going on during this as well. Yeah, you got to get unstuck, Capricorn. No one can get stuck in the mud like a goat. I tell you what, it can be a thing. Suggested approach, Capricorn. Set yourself free. Anything that you've had worries, doubts, fears, anxieties, depression, it's time to cut out all that stinking thinking. Move forward. It's a move forward time. Eight of Cups, Eight of Swords, both of them talk about moving forward from something that you need to let go of. And to me, yeah, this is just being a lot kinder to yourself, right? Because Eight of Swords is that like, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, I just can't. And Capricorn, you're such a powerful sign. It would be ridiculous for you to think that way about yourself, but I know that we do it. I know that we get into that thing. Absolutely. I'm guilty of it just as much as anyone. So, you know, but it's really showing, you know, these bounds around her are very thin. These swords are very sharp. She can cut through them anytime she pleases, but she has to believe in herself to do it, right? Doesn't take a lot of belief, just takes a little spark, and she can get free. And that's really the way this one works. And if you find yourself overthinking, that's when you kick into that relaxation mode, right? It's time to relax the mind. Yeah, it's time to cut that stuff out. Look at that Queen of Swords. See, she's here to bring back balance. She's somebody that caught through this. Like, you know, I have that. It makes me feel like there's a little story here with these cards. It's like once upon a time, the Queen of Swords was the Eight of Swords, and she didn't believe in her own power or self-worth, right? But once she cut herself out of there, climbed up back on that hill, got back up to the castle, regained her throne, like she became the queen. Instead of being, you know, scared of the swords, she was wielding the sword, and she said, no more funny business. No more BS. No more worried thoughts and self-defeating attitudes about myself. Yep, no more negative people. That's a cool thought right there with those two coming out together. What you need to know. Yeah, Knight of Cups, like I said, could be some water signs, could be some romantic people coming in your way, could be romantic conversations or love offers, because Knight of Cups is he's a lover boy, a lover girl, somebody that's very seductive, looks really amazing. I'd always say get to know them a little bit before you really throw in your lot with a Knight of Cups type, because sometimes it's a little too good to be true. But nonetheless, it's very nice. It's very nice to get those love offers. Let's see what we have. You know, between the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups, this could definitely be somebody Pisces influence, somebody that has a sense of romance. Empress energy. It could be some good offers, Capricorn. That's a very nice card to get along with the Knight of Cups. That definitely gives it a little bit more credence, because the Empress, you know, always wants to create something. She wants to grow something. She's Taurus energy, Libra energy. So she has those very, very Venusian roots. This is somebody very romantic if there's somebody coming into your life this month, Capricorn. My gosh. Very, very romantic. Strongest signs represented are Taurus, Libra, and Pisces. It doesn't have to be those signs, but that is very, very strong in these particular cards. Hopes and fears, this Eight of Wands. What a surprise, Capricorn. Sometimes, you know, things could be moving very fast this month, and you may be like, whoa, hold on. I don't want to move that fast. But there could be some things that are moving very quickly. And for those of you, it's not going to be all, of course, because these are general, but for those of you that have like a love thing coming in this month, it could be really hot and heavy. And you might be like, whoa, this is too fast. It's too quick, right? And the only reason that, oh yeah, that is the Capricorn queen ready to put some brakes on it. She's like, nah, don't be flying too fast to me with those wands. You know, I gotta work. I got a job. I gotta take care of my bunny right here. So Capricorn, in the hopes and fears, I think that that's really what it is. It's like, it's fine if something's moving a little quick as long as you feel comfortable with it, right? You always have the boundaries. You always have the rights to slow things down if you need to. Absolutely, you can exert your Queen of Pentacles power. But overall, yeah, I think it's because Capricorns, we don't tend to trust things that happen too fast. we don't trust things that don't stand a little bit of a test or have a little bit of history behind them. So if it's moving too fast for our taste, we will slow it down. We will. Outcome card, though, look at this. Hierophant card. Some of my Capricorns out there are totally going to meet the person they're going to marry this month. Totally. With this Hierophant. I mean, this is like love's coming in. It's very, very good offer. Hierophant's coming out, the High Priest. This can often be a marriage card, you know, going to the chapel kind of thing. Seeking higher wisdom. Seeking, you know, that spiritual teacher or leader. This is a really positive read, guys. Yeah, another queen. We got a lot of queen energy. We have, well, a lot of divine feminine, you know. To me, you know, two of the strongest for you, the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, they're very similar to each other. And the Nine of Pentacles. All of those ladies are very similar in my opinion. They are. Look at them. We're going to put them together, right? The Empress is kind of like the ultimate queen. She's like the combination of all the queens in one. But, you know, Queen of Pentacles, very similar because she's that Earth Mother kind of queen. Same deal. Nine of Pentacles, same kind of deal. Very, very positive, very balanced. Yeah. So I feel like there's a lot of that divine intuition. No matter whether you align feminine or masculine, doesn't matter. It's like you just are really operating on a very intuitive, nurturing, psychic kind of level. Yeah, Queen of Cups, there it is. Yeah, you might be meeting or getting into a relationship that leads to marriage with an earth sign, especially Taurus, or a water sign, especially Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Like, those are the strongest signs. Libra is in there too. Big time. Yeah, Libra's in there too. Wow, guys. Capricorn, what an exciting read for your November. On the bottom, we have the King of Swords. So there's our Aquarius King. I feel like you are going to be making a lot of big decisions and being very decisive. We had the King and the Queen of Swords come out in this reading. And I think, yeah, he was the only king in this reading. So, you know, to me, that's a divine partnership with our Queen of Swords. You know, this is a couple that just get stuff done. And you're looking towards the future for sure. And look at that Two of Wands. So you're going to be making some new moves, maybe going some new places, very possibly. But the doorways are opening, no matter what you're looking at. Doorways are opening, Capricorn. Let's get an affirmation card on this for y'all. November 2022. But those two Judgment cards with the Lovers in the center... That's exciting. Very exciting there. And Justice. Ooh, I got to take them both because look at what's on the bottom. Look at this. Justice on the top. And what do we think of with Justice? Balance. Libra energy. Harmony. So justice and balance for you, Capricorn. Wow. So if things have been feeling really out of whack, if they haven't felt balanced, coming in. The universe executes a precise order of justice. Karmic debt is being reconciled at this moment. The matter is no longer in your hands. Take a deep breath and let it go. Yeah. And that's what I say about the Eight of Swords. Just let it go, Capricorn. Don't get stuck in it. And then we have the Justice on the bottom of the deck. So create a balance between what you desire and what you can accomplish. Abandon prejudice and ego to see other perspectives of your situation. Stay open-minded. Yes. Find harmony in things material and spiritual. Be at peace with the world as it is now. It can be a big blessing in disguise. I love it. Very, very good reads tonight for my earthy folks. Oh my goodness. I really got, there's a few similarities between especially Virgo and Capricorn. There was a lot of that moving forward for both of you guys. Like, just so done with the drama. Like, Virgo's really focused, though. They're like, we're going. Like, we've been waiting, and we've been planning, and we are restless. We're going. Oh, boy. So tomorrow, I'm not sure if I'm going to do the fire signs or the air signs. Does anybody have a vote in the chat on which ones you want first? Fire signs are Aries, Leo, Sag, and the air signs are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And I could do either one tomorrow. Fire sign, says Daisy. All right, I'll do fire tomorrow. She was the first one to chime in. I can take one, Tasha, if you want to do a donation. It's $15 for personal reading. Yeah, we'll do fire tomorrow. That'll be a trip. I know some Aries out. Aries will not be interested in waiting forever. That's true. Oh, I do too, Tasha. Thank you for that. You're a Scorpio, right, Tasha? Yeah, I think so. So you would have seen my Scorpio read. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. My goodness. Yeah, I was sick for like half of the summer. No joke, guys. I didn't have COVID. I got 3 different tests over the course of it. It wasn't mono. They tested me for so many things, but it was just a nasty cold. Yeah, I did. I did the water signs last night, Daisy. So Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces are already posted, and there are timestamps in the comments, so you can go right to it. But yeah, I was really, really down bad. Like sinus stuff, had a bad cough for a while, had laryngitis. Oh my gosh. It was just, it finally died. Then it turned into tonsillitis at the very end, and I finally killed it with some antibiotics. Yeah, I don't understand what happens with YouTube. I don't know. It's like sometimes everybody gets them, sometimes some people get them. They're not consistent with notifications, and I'm really not like on a specific schedule these days, so it's kind of, yeah, it's just a matter of whether you happened to check YouTube at that moment, because I know that I'm signed up for lots of different ones, and sometimes I get them and sometimes I don't. Yeah, it's good. It's fun. I love the Pisces reading. It's actually really nice, as I'm recalling it. Yeah. You had the Wonders card out of the Sacred Destiny, which is like my favorite card out of that. I really align so much with Pisces because so many of my planets are in, right now especially progressed in Pisces. It's like I'm such a like Pisces Capricorn, so much fish. You have to be careful with it, and you got a lot of that Pisces. Like, you're so sensitive. It's very sensitive, and you have to really listen to your intuition. I've noticed that more than ever. It's just like, oh yeah, anytime something feels even a little off about anything, I'm like, I'm swimming out of there. Like, I am not sticking around for anything that feels off to me at all. Like, I feel like that's a Pisces superpower, is really like, it's just listening to that intuition and acting on it, right? It's not being afraid to just be like, yeah, that feels funky, bye, and out. Yeah. I've noticed that, Daisy. Like, there have been like, I've really noticed it on my channel that they've, a lot of people have been probably deleted off of there. um I don't really know what they're doing. I feel like they don't promote my channel at all because it really hasn't grown in a very long time. And part of that is probably because, I haven't been on the channel in a while. I took about 2 or 3 months almost, time off. Um, And I just haven't been posting quite as much as I used to because it just really hasn't been growing. So it's kind of like, you have to choose what you're going to spend your time on. You just have to. It's the way it is. And yeah, so it's a bummer that it's not growing, that or it hasn't, more. But I think there's also just there's a lot of competition, and also people are going towards, TikTok and things like that, where it's, really short videos. That's what people don't have attention spans for for long astrology or tarot readings, right? Not as much, the people I've noticed, the people that have had a channel a lot longer than me are doing pretty dang good. Like they're doing well, but people that signed up in the last couple of years like I did, not as much, right? Right. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. It happens all the time. Yeah, but the last people that have joined in the last couple of years, like they're really struggling to grow their channels. It's just the way it is, but it's fine. Like I'm just happy that I have a really consistent group on my channel, and it's like even if I take a long break, we always end up coming back together. So it's not bad at all. It's fine with me. I am fine. That's a Capricorn. We're fine with cultivating like a nice solid smaller group than like having a huge ton of people that aren't any good. Like, yeah, I don't mind that. It's the quality over quantity kind of thing. I'm fine with that. Hey, thank you, Tasha. Do you have a specific question, or would you just want a general reading? Oh, I appreciate you too, Francisco. I do. I appreciate you all in here. That's why I keep coming back. That and my own entertainment, because I just like to see what's happening. I just like to see what's happening with all the signs. Thanks, Daisy. I appreciate you, hon. Just moved. Okay, general and job front. All right. Were you messaging me earlier? There was somebody. I think it might be you. Might be. Yeah, we're just chill here. She moved again. I think it might have been you, Tasha, that contacted me through text today. I think maybe. Or it might be somebody else. I don't remember. All right, Tasha, let's see what we have got for you. I'm just going to pull the same style for you as we did for the generals. Okay, cool, cool. So we were able to get together. I don't know, do you want a longer reading still next week? Because I can still do that for you. We'll be in touch. We'll talk. But this will be good for you tonight to just give you an update on your cards at least. All right, dear Spirit, dear angels, guardians, guides. Let's see what we have for our beautiful Scorpio Tasha regarding her move and just general energy, general messages around work and her new location. Wow. Okay. Ooh. So truth is coming out. So to me, this is like either getting the truth of a situation, knowing the truth for yourself, being very honest about what you want, what you need. And on the bottom, I got a little chill when this one comes out, the Wonders card. Like I said, that's my favorite one. So I feel like this is beautiful. There's truth and there's wonders. I feel like there's that, kind of feeling like the truth will set you free. And it's going to feel really good, just having things be much clearer than they have been in a long time. And I feel like there's also that feeling like living according to your truth, your personal truth, and what it is that you really want. Let's get some tarot on this for you. Let's spray a little bit of this. Get that. Yeah, you've definitely been on the move. Big emotional shift. Yeah, yep. So right in the center, Knight of Cups. So I do feel like it was, you know, for you, it's like you're kind of going wherever the heart leads. Like that's where it is. It's like if your heart feels it, if your intuition feels it, that's where you go. Like you're just like, if I feel it, I gotta go there. A lot of travel energy in here. Yeah, you're gonna go till you feel like you're really in the right place. That's a big feeling there too. And I do feel like, wow, talk about that truth card being important. Like, you're really wanting to move away from anyone or anything that's deceptive or doesn't feel honest and above board with that Seven of Swords. It's like, get me away from that. I don't want to deal with that energy anymore. I do feel like you've been spending a lot of time on your own. Again, seeking your truth, seeking your wisdom, seeking what's right for you. This is very, very concentrated on that. Four of Swords. And I think that, you know, in the immediate past, you probably have been really taking kind of a mental break to just focus on yourself and not on other people so much. It's like, give me a break. I have to just be on my own. I can't deal with other people. You know, you've just needed some real time to take care of yourself and do what you need to do. Going into the immediate future, wow, we got the Temperance card. This is the Sagittarius power card. So again, there's a lot of alchemy going on. There's a lot of balancing of different elements and energies that you're working with, right? And it's also, you know, it's passion and purity coming together. The red in the wings is the passion, the white is the purity of intention. So it's like you're really focusing, again, higher mind. You know, you really want the truth. And you want to blend, you know, different elements of your life together in a very, very positive, cathartic way. But to me, you know, all of these coming out in the beginning are, you know, they're all movement cards. Like the Hermit's on a journey. Knights are always on a journey. Temperance is Sagittarius that's on a journey, right? It's like, and clarified by the Magician. Look at that. So it is very much what you're putting your mind to. Look at the red and the white, the red and the white. It's all there, right? It's all there. Like, and you're really doing this like on your own. I do. I feel like, you know, these are very singular, you know, cards. It's like the Hermit doesn't need somebody's help. The Temperance, the Magician, they're like very self-sufficient characters in the tarot. That's gorgeous. I love this coming together because this is Mercury ruled. It's like really, it's like whatever it is that you're putting your mind to, right? You're putting your mind to some really powerful stuff. On the bottom, though, however, even though all these figures up top are very solitary, Three of Cups is very much about socialization, having a community of friends and people to hang out with. So inside, like your subconscious, you might be like, yeah, I really do need like a support group, a friend group, people that I can have fun with, relate to, all of that good stuff. And if you have that, then that's really wonderful. If you don't have that, you may be kind of thinking about, I got to go out and find some good folks. That's, you know, or even coming in here and hanging out with us. We like to see you. So, you know, anywhere that you kind of feel supported and you feel that kind of, that good sense of community is really lovely. Let's get a clarifier on the Three of Cups, please. This can also just be a card of celebration, like within yourself, right? That could be part of it. It's, you know, this is that feeling of like just feeling good about something, having something inside that you're like, I feel so good about this. I feel like celebrating this. Even if I'm alone, I'm still gonna like enjoy something. Go and buy a cupcake, something that just makes you happy, right? Ace of Wands here, you know, to me, it's a happiness that comes because there's this whole new, bright, new life that you're, you know, creating, and spirit is co-creating with you. Always the aces are the hand of spirit coming in to grant us a gift or something very positive, some kind of blessing. And the ace of wands is like enthusiasm, vitality, fire, passion returning, right? So it's all that good stuff coming in, and it does. It makes you really happy inside. I feel like moving is good for you right now. It's like, and you might move again. Like I just get this feeling like you aren't going to stop until you feel like just you're in that just that right place. And you know, but right now I feel like you're more living your truth than you have been, probably. Like you're really, and you're really been focused on it, you know. You're not there by accident. You're there because you've been focusing on it. On the top, look at this. It doesn't stop. Crowning the spread. Message from Spirit is the Eight of Wands. Sagittarius energy again. Fast moving. Fast pace. Things speeding up. Lots of communications. Lots of travel. Lots of movement happening. And it's usually very positive. This is usually like, you know, it's like if there's too much going on in your life, it's like it's too much good. Right? It's like even if it's good stuff, it's like, oh my God, there's a lot of it. Like, you know, it might feel very much like you've been waiting for a long time for things to move, and now like it's just they won't stop moving. Wow, these cards, they're like fight me a little bit. Come on. Eight of Wands. Let's clarify. Ooh, okay. Okay. Could be something romantic flying through the air. You know, one of the old symbols for the Eight of Wands is the, you know, arrows of love flying through the air. So Two of Cups. Could be some connections. I mean, I feel like, you know, on the bottom, the Three of Cups, on the top, the Two of Cups. This can be friend connections, love connections. Just saying. That's a thing. Let's get some advice for you, Tasha. Let's see what we've got coming up here. Say about all of this. Yeah, you're ready to like take on the world a bit. Oh yeah, yeah, you're on fire these days. Like you're really fired up. Suggested approach, Queen of Wands. Yes, embrace your confidence, your self-esteem, your self-worth. This is Leo energy. It shines very, very brightly. Use your magic, use your, you know, generosity of spirit. It's very, very nice. You kind of have a limitless well of energy and positive vibes right now. I know, it's just, wow. A lot of fiery goodness here. Oh yeah, Leo energy is really strong right now. I felt like two of these were coming up on this, so I pulled them all. We've got the Queen of Wands, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, and the Strength card. So Leo on both sides here. Seven of Pentacles is, you know, slow but steady wins the race. But, you know, you've got the courage to see it through. Like you really do. Like you're going to get through it. Even if sometimes you get a little anxious, even if sometimes you get worried about, you know, how it's all going to play out. Like you do. You have a very strong heart. You have a lot of courage, a lot of bravery there to get through this, whatever the challenges may be. What you need to know is sometimes it's good to keep your plans to yourself, right? That way you don't invite any jealousy, any envy from other people. You don't invite any, you know, meddlesome types, you know, none of them Seven of Swords types. So you know, and I think that's a very Scorpio thing to do, so I don't think that's going to be hard advice for you to follow, is this high priestess, right? She doesn't show her whole hand. She doesn't show every card she's got. So she keeps a lot of her things to herself, right? You know, she doesn't share it all with everyone. So it's fine to keep some of your plans a little secret till you feel more comfortable really revealing them, okay? Let's get a clarifier on her. Yeah, Nine of Cups. This is it. Like, some of your secret desires, wishes, hopes, and dreams, it's like, keep those to yourself, right? Yeah, I feel like that's actually really positive for you right now. I'm many times that way. If I've got something in the works, I'll like keep it hush until it's like the right time to let it out. Hopes and fears, King of Cups. There he is. So to me, it's like you really want to find good, loyal, stable, nurturing people, right? And you want to be that kind of person yourself as well. I feel like you haven't always had good people around you, and sometimes, you know, like, and we don't always know, like, 'cause some people are really good at hiding it. Some people are really deceptive. Um, and so I feel like you have a little bit of nervousness. It's like you're kind of thinking, oh gosh, you know, I hope I don't run into anybody crappy again. I know what kind of person I'm hoping to find, those King of Cups type people that are really solid, that I can really count on. Let's get a clarifier on him, King of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, to me, this is probably a little bit more in work than in love. Like, you really want people that have a lot of integrity to work with. That's what you want. Like, if you're going to work with anyone, they need to be a solid person. Up on the top, crowning the outcome, is the Five of Wands. And so to me, this is an outcome that, you know, it's a little bit challenging. Like I said, you're kind of on fire. I don't think you're just going to reach necessarily a pinnacle and just be totally cool with it. I think you're going to keep going and keep growing. Five of Pentacles is feisty. It's a practice fight. It's getting you ready for the real thing, you know? So I do feel like you're also strengthening yourself throughout this process. You know, you're getting more and more, you know, training on how to deal with whatever the challenges of life throw you. Let's get a clarifier on that as well. Yeah, no, I don't. With the Five of Wands and a Three of Swords, like, you really don't want to deal with this. Like, this heartbreaker, time waster kind of energy. I also feel like you're recovering, you know. You are recovering from some things, and you really want to avoid heartbreaking situations. So I feel like whenever somebody pushes on you or bothers you, it's like you're really kind of pushing back, like, no, no, no. Let's get rid of this one. Get rid of that one. All right. So on the bottom, very bright energy though. Like, overall, this is such a positive read. We've got the Sun and we've got the Six of Wands, which I really can't, like, this is probably two of the very best cards for victory and success here. That's beautiful. Again, very, very strong Leo energy. Both of these cards are Leo ruled, right? So I feel like, you know, the outcomes are really good. The undercurrent running through this is extremely positive. I feel like that's actually one of the things that you should embody the most, is your positivity, and not a fake positive energy either. Like, you know, because we can't be positive every single moment of every day. We go through challenges, we go through stuff. I know I do. But when you can kind of come back to center, you know, just remember all the things that you have in your favor, all the good things about yourself, all the things you're grateful for. Because when you come back to that, it's like, yes, yes, like, it puts you in a better place. Let's get an affirmation on this for you, hon. Look at that. Yeah, longevity. Beautiful card, because I do feel like, you're playing the long game here, right? There's going to be, you know, smaller successes and wins and challenges and ups and downs along the way, but overall, like you're playing the long game. Attend to things before they become a problem, especially take care of yourself on all levels. Pursue a healthy lifestyle to attain mental clarity and physical wellness. You may need a different approach to the situation at hand. Be flexible, right? We've got the bamboo in here, because that's the some of the keys to longevity. Um, I know it's kind of a funny thought, but this might apply to you a little bit. It's like anytime that I've had a job or been in a situation where people were difficult, being a Capricorn, I've always had that kind of thought in my mind, like, yeah, this person is difficult, but I'll outlast them. They'll be gone and I'll still be here and things will be fine for me. Because Capricorns have such a longevity. We tend to outlast everyone around us. So it's like, I'll just simply outlast you. I will be here longer. And that may be a little bit what you're doing too. Scorpio's a little that way because they have that bounce back. They have that transformative, revival kind of energy. So you're just like, you're difficult for the time, but you'll be gone at some point and I'll still be here and it'll all be okay. That's what I mean by the longevity in the long game. Don't let little stuff get you down, because it doesn't last forever. Most stuff like that is temporary, especially in work situations, right? They change all the time. So I hope that helped, hun, and we'll be in touch. We'll be in touch soon. But I will be busy this next 2 nights. I'm going to try to finish the November reads. And then I'm gonna go to a Halloween party on Monday. Thanks so much again, guys. Thanks for the donation and the reading request, Tasha. I really appreciate that always. And I will be back tomorrow with the fire signs. It'll probably be a similar time, hopefully maybe a little earlier, a little later. Not sure exactly when I'll get in. Oh yeah, I'm definitely dressing up, Tasha. Definitely gonna dress up. All right, sweethearts, have a wonderful night, and I will be seeing you soon. Take care. Bye for now.